Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Stream Squad. So we've got a great show for you guys today. We're gonna be going over some new Facebook features for groups that have just been released. We're also gonna let you guys know how you can get more viewers on your live broadcast. And if you're a one-man show, we're gonna show you guys how to get the most of Switcher Studio while doing a solo show. So stay tuned and we'll be back in just a moment.
What is up, everybody? It's Jimmy. Thank you for tuning in. This week's Stream Squad, your first time watching. Yes, I'm Jimmy.
I'm Angela.
Oh, let me do this multi-view that we've been doing. Oh, damn.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in today. And thanks for anybody who just watched us in the user group for coming over and seeing us. We'll see if that worked out. Maybe we can get some more people tuning in with us today. We do our show every Wednesday right here at 2 p.m. Eastern Time at facebook.com/Switcher Studio. So if you are watching this on the replay, we really appreciate you come watch us live, but thank you so much for everybody who's here right now tuning in. We're really excited to have you here. Please comment. We've got Dan really on watching the comments. I'm watching them here on my laptop as well. Let us know where you're watching from right now. Share this video out to all your friends. Let them know that you're watching. We can get some more people in here. Maybe we can help some people make some better live video. That's what we're here to do, ultimately, is help you make better live video. And yeah, we're going to do that like we do every week. We're going to do some more of that today. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Let us know where you're watching from. Number one, tell us where you're at. We want to know where you are.
I'm trying to get these comments to show up here, but my screen is being silly.
No!
Not the screen.
Fix it! The internet!
We'll get it working here.
Yeah, we got it.
Hopefully Jimmy can see those comments. If not,
Yeah, sure. I can see some people here. What's going on?
First thing.
What's up, Mike Swain? Oh. Brandon Schramm,
hey,
how's it going?
Mike made it.
Nikki's watching. Dan Petrick joined. What's up, everybody? Sarah Janes, what's up from England? All right, yeah, we see you here. We're going to get into our first segment. Let's do it.
So as I mentioned at the top of the show, there are some new features coming to Facebook groups. So some groups already have these. For some, they're still rolling out over the last week of the month. So keep an eye out for these if you don't have them already. But these are some features that were announced at the start of February at the Facebook Community Summit. These are being released for access to all groups. All group admins can turn them on. And they're features that are intended to help users build better communities. So these are going to help you to get more out of your community instead of just kind of, a basic forum setup that we've had so far. So I'm going to go over some of the best of the new features that have been released and let you guys know a little bit about what they do. So the first is post formatting. This is one of the ones I'm most excited about. I think everyone is super excited about this. So instead of just your standard, block text, your paragraphs, you're going to be able to actually do normal formatting. So you can do headings, so that way you can alter the size of the text and make different headings. You can do bullet lists, you can do numbered lists, different things like that. And this is going to help make these posts more readable to your audience. That way it's not a giant block of text. You can actually segment things out a lot more and make it easier to draw the eye in. Another thing that you're going to be able to do is what's called mentorship. So this has been available for some groups for a while. It's now going to be available for all groups. And essentially what you can do is create like a membership application form, and people from your group can apply to be a mentor. Now you and other admins can review these applications and select the mentors that you want. There's no minimum or maximum limit of how many mentors you can have, so you can select whatever makes sense for your group. And after that, other members of the group can reach out to these people for further assistance. So this is great for professional development. This is great for training. This way it's not only you and your admins as all hands on deck. This way you've got people that you're basically endorsing for their skills to help out in the group as well. Speaking of things to help run the group a little more smoothly, this is something that we've had people ask about for quite a while. You're going to be able to do group subscriptions. So right now, all Facebook groups are completely free of charge, but there are some users who want to create a secondary group that's basically behind a paywall, where if they have their own business, if you have membership to that business, you can see the group only with a payment. Facebook, of course, has been doing payments for a few years now. So now they have it where you can create another group, or you can do this to your pre-existing group, and users can only see the posts if they pay the fee. And you can set this to a one-time fee or a subscription, so that way you're making sure to keep those memberships active and only the people who've paid are in that group. The last thing, of course, you know, sometimes by accident, sometimes intentionally, rules get broken in the groups, and a lot of times it's hard to see what the group rules are. So there's going to be an easier way to show 3 main rules for the group. And what you can do now is if someone breaks the rule, you can easily explain to them what rule they broke. So whether it's deleting the comment, muting the user for a certain amount of time, or removing them altogether, it'll give you the option to say, you broke this rule. It'll link directly to that rule. And you can even add your own note to say, hey, next time do X, Y, and Z instead. So this way, instead of a lot of confusion of people not knowing why they've been muted or why they've been removed or anything like that, why their post is gone, you can let them know exactly what's going on and have that better, you know, communication with them. So these are some of the main points that have come out of those groups. I know in our group, we just got approved for those, so you'll be seeing those in our enthusiast group soon. More on that a little bit later. But definitely, if you're the admin of a group, look out for these features. If you don't have them yet, you'll have them within the next week.
It's really exciting. They can format posts. That's pretty cool. I hope people don't just use the bold everything. That's just like the immediate,
change it up. Change it up.
immediate abuse I can see. It's like everything is a bulleted list, and you just like scroll forever. Anyhow, hopefully, no, it's going to be useful, especially the rules thing. That's a really great way of moderating and really channeling the conversation so that it keeps everybody on the same sort of theme and in line, even though it is about kind of regulating what's going on. It can definitely be helpful because we've all seen, groups can get out of hand with a lot of stuff. But that's really awesome. I'm excited to see what we do with all that stuff.
That's just our one news flash piece right here, right, Jimmy?
That's why it's called a flash.
You don't have anything new for us, right?
No.
No?
No. That's why it's called a flash. It's the bam. It's a flash. News in a flash.
Hey, if we did miss something or there's something you want to talk about, please leave us a comment below and we'll be happy to discuss those. Let's keep those comments and those discussions going down there. And yeah, let us know. What are you most excited about with these Facebook group changes and updates? Let us know in the comments.
Hey, and I want to say shout out to Brandon. Says he's watching on a phone and he can't click on that link that we share. We did share a link to this where we got some of the information from this story. Brandon, I have no idea why you can't click on that link. I can click on it. That's pretty interesting, but you know.
We'll troubleshoot it live. While Jimmy and Angela are talking about this next segment here, I'll pull up the stream on my phone and I'll try and click on it.
Yeah, right.
Figure out what's going on.
Indeed.
Well, cool. Yeah, our next section, as always, is our live video strategy.
So real quickly, this segment, we just want to give you a few tips that are going to help you try to get more viewers on your live show. And these are some things that you can do before you go live, just so that you can make sure that you get the biggest audience that you can. There's some things that we tried to do today and some things that we've decided we're going to even try to do more of ourselves, because we give a lot of advice about live video strategy. And sometimes we sit down and think about it, and I wonder how often we really are applying every bit of our advice. So look forward to seeing more of this sort of content from us in the future. But one of the easiest and simplest things that you can do to try to get more people into your, to view your live video is something we say quite often, but it really is a simple thing. It's schedule your video in advance. If you're going to schedule a video in advance, it gives you an opportunity to promote a link to your stream so that people have an opportunity to get a reminder about it, or just kind of save the link on their Facebook page, or otherwise have the link saved somewhere else so that they can get to it later on. Scheduling in advance is a great way of growing your audience in advance. You can share that link with somebody, they can share it with other people. You can see where this goes, a snowball effect. You can get more people who are aware, and also it gives them opportunity to get a reminder as soon as you go live. So if you don't schedule your stream and you just go impulsively live, you're not getting the opportunity to get notifications sent out over and over again to your audience. So schedule your stream in advance. That is the number one thing that you can do to try to get a live audience, more in your live audience. So another thing you can do, we did it today, we've been doing it in the past, we're going to be doing it way more. We just kind of do an impromptu stream from a different location. In this case, we went to our user group. I'd be really excited to know how many people who are currently watching the stream might have seen our user group stream a little while ago and decided, hey, I think I'm going to tune in today. Just by going live into a group beforehand and saying, hey, we're going to be going live into our page in a little bit, and we're going to do our Stream Squad show. Just check it out. Just doing a little bit of behind the scenes. That can bring in some more people. Even if 5 more people come in, that can make a difference, because maybe those 5 people will be commenting and engaging and bumping up some of those other stats for your videos. So these are other ways that you can try to get some more people in. More people, you get some more engagement, get some more stuff, up your video stats. These are all great things that can help with your videos. Another thing you can do is you can post a quick teaser video of this week's topics. Now, I didn't get around to it this week, but next week, right at the end of our Stream Squad meeting, I'm going to make a video and I'm going to give the rundown of what we're going to be talking about this week. It's another opportunity to build some hype around your show that you're going to be doing. It's another way of just conveying that you've got an ongoing show. If somebody's interested in advance to learn that we're going to be showing the first Amazon Live stream that was made with Switcher Studio today on our show. That might be something you're interested to see. And if you are, then maybe you should stick around to the end of the show for #MadeWithSwitcher, and we'll show you how iOgrapher was able to go live to Amazon Live to promote their products on Amazon using Switcher Studio. So those are just 3 really simple, quick tips. I try to keep it short today, but if you want to maximize getting more people into your stream, you got to promote it in advance. You got to go live other places around that same sort of idea to try to rope some people in. And also, you have an opportunity to maybe make a teaser video talking about what's going to be coming up. Don't just do a link to it. Make a video about the content you're going to be talking about later. Hopefully, some of these tips will help you get more people to come into your videos. Obviously, if you want to learn more tips like this, where do you think they could go, Angela?
So we have our blog. It's switcherstudio.com/blog, and we've got all kinds of tips, not just for people using Switcher Studio, but anyone who's creating, especially live video, but video in general. So be sure to go to switcherstudio.com/blog. We update it about once a week with all kinds of fun tips. And what's really cool is there's a section on there that says subscribe. If you put your email address in there, we'll send you an email anytime a new blog post has been added. The only thing you'll get are those blog links, so you don't have to worry about spam or anything like that. It's just a way to help to make sure you see all of the posts that are coming down the pipeline.
I just want to give a quick shout out to some people here.
Yeah, please do, Jimmy.
We got Sarah.
I can only see 4 of them on this message.
Jane's not getting comments. Sarah Jane's is watching. Sarah Jane's watching from England. Florencio, what's up from Chicago? IL, Evansville, Wisconsin. Daniel Butcher, what's up? Nice, glad to have you on the stream here. Haiti is here. Blanc, what's up? Blanc Jeff, Haiti is here. Can't wait to see you guys at NAB show. Yeah, man, that's going to be great. I'll be there. In fact, I think I just got my ticket transferred, so I'm definitely going to be going to Las Vegas around that time, one way or another. Sarah, can I use Switcher with Zoom? Not that I know of, but Switcher actually has a better alternative to Zoom. We've got our own video chat feature so that you can do like live interviews with a guest who's in another location. So Sarah Janes, instead of using Zoom, and here's the other problem with Zoom. The other person has to download Zoom. With video chat in Switcher Studio, it just works right through a web browser, so your guest doesn't have to download another application. We need to get a link posted in there. Thank you for asking that question. It's a really good one. We should get that the support article on video chat, because there's a great video just explains how video chat works. So I would suggest that. Tim Flanagan, the video guy, is here. What's up, Tim? Stephen Smith wants to schedule a visit to Kentucky in March. Sweet. Ooh. Let's keep in touch. Ewan Smith is here. We featured him last week on #MadeWithSwitcher. Scotland calling in. Glad to have you here. Indeed. Well, yeah, so that's kind of a roll call of a lot of people we got watching right now. So yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in for sure. Really appreciate it. Yeah, if you can, share this link out to this video right now. See if we can get some other people watching. We really appreciate that for sure. Yeah, awesome. Glad we got a bunch of people in here today. This is great.
That's a whole bunch of Jimmy talking.
It is a bunch of me talking.
Let's give him a break.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's still going to talk some a little bit in this next section.
Yeah, that's true.
Angel's going to help him out on our Switch It Up.
All right, everybody, so today, Switch It Up, we want to give you some tips for running a solo switcher studio production. You know, a lot of times, I think I was making this analogy to somebody earlier, like music is kind of like a collaborative effort. When you're doing music with a bunch of people, everybody gathers around. Video is kind of like there's one person, and you've got to do the whole thing. Switcher's great because it allows you to connect multiple devices, so you can have multiple perspectives, but sometimes it can get overwhelming if you feel like you're the only person running it, or maybe you're the person that has to be on the camera as well, and it's just like, how do I manage all this stuff? We're going to give you a couple tips on how to just run your solo Switcher studio production, maybe how to rethink how you're doing this, and it's really specific to how Switcher works, but this is just some things to keep in mind if you're doing your own production. One of the main things to think about with running a production on your own is to really simplify things, and I hate to just be overly simplistic with our solutions and our things that we're trying, options we're trying to provide. If you just use one device, you can really do a lot. I can stream straight to Facebook from Switcher with this. I can include all of my assets from my phone. I can turn the camera around so I'm using the front-facing camera so that it's looking right at me. I can have my graphics below. If you have one device, this is going to simplify your setup, and one device can do so much. You don't have to have multiple devices all around. It's not necessary to use Switcher. It's a great thing to have multiple devices. In fact, for our stream and our setup here, we're actually using a grand total of 5, but we've got 6 with the computer, but we've got 3 cameras and 1 controlling. So we're doing an over-the-top ton of production, but just one device, it'll really simplify your production, and it's a lot easier to manage if you just have one device pointed at you with your graphics on it. That's the first tip I would say if you're trying to do a solo production on your own. Simplify it, one device.
Another thing, and this is something, a lot of people don't think of, a lot of times the solo production does not have to be solo, or at least fully solo. A lot of times you can find a friend or a family member to help. So we get this question a lot in support where, it's someone who can't run it solo. They're doing, they're playing piano or something. They can't control the stream on their own. And a lot of times they're thinking they don't have a business partner, so they have to do it alone. In reality, a lot of times you have a friend or a family member, someone close by who can help you out. If that's the case, pull them aside in advance, run through Switcher Studio with them, show them how to do it. That way they're able to help out, or maybe just on a specific section. If there's out of an hour broadcast, 20 minutes where you need to be using your hands for whatever you're doing, you can't control the broadcast, see if someone's willing to come and sit and help out for that 20 minutes. A lot of times people do not mind doing this, and they're actually, they actually enjoy watching you live and watching you do your broadcast. So definitely reach out to someone. If you need that help, a lot of times you can get that help.
Collaborate.
Yeah.
Why not? It's great. This is very specific to Switcher, but I think a lot of times when you're running the show, you maybe feel like you're kind of lost in all the different angles, and it's a lot to look at. One really quick tip is you have the ability to build different types of multi-views in Switcher, but I think what a lot of people don't realize is that if you have multiple sources in Switcher, and Dan will try to demonstrate this now, you won't be able to see what he's doing, but if you just long hold on a second source, and then you choose the option that says combine, basically in 2 taps, you've got two sources on the screen at once. Instead of thinking through a workflow where it's like, okay, I need to go build a multi-view, and I want this one, and this one's source A, and this one's source B. If you this is a pre-made, this is basically the, what is this? This is like a 2-up dashboard multi-view is what it technically is. But if you just do a long hold on a source and you choose combine, It'll put two sources on the screen at once. It's a really fast way of getting multiple things. This works with full screen images, which is another tip we're going to talk about in a minute. But it's a really quick way of just sort of switching up what you're looking at on the screen and allowing you to have two things up at once with a few short taps and not having to look down and compose something. You can just quickly say long hold, combine, and you'll get two screens. It'll just quickly make your video more interesting. So that's another one you can try out.
Another thing to help you out specifically with nerves is to remember that live video does not need to be perfect. So, you know, this comes into play a lot with people who are just getting started with live video, and especially who have a video production background. So you're used to that. Everything needs to be perfect. Let's do another take. Let's do the 7th take because it hasn't been perfect. And you're trying to get that end result that's complete perfection. Live video is not that way. So one thing that's great about live video is it's more personable. You get to see more of who someone really is. And a part of that is sometimes things don't go 100% the way they should. So of course you guys need to rehearse. You should make sure things are working to the best of your ability. But if something, you know, isn't quite right, it's not a big deal. It happens all the time on live video. Even for the professionals, something will go slightly awry. Just kind of either ignore it or laugh it off. Your audience will be fine with it.
Just acknowledge and embrace it. Like when you spell switcher without a T on your lower third for the thing we're talking about right now.
Yay!
Shout outs to Ken in the comments there for letting us know.
That would be me. Yeah, I mean, I wrote that. Was it wrong?
Switcher, yeah, it didn't have a T there.
We're doing it live. I mean, what can I say? I see, I got distracted because we went live earlier and I was messing it up. But, yeah, so on top, you know, going along with that, I mean, it's not going to be polished every time, but at least with Switcher, you can always be recording with director mode, and you can have a really high quality version of all the footage. So even if during the show and while you're live, maybe you're not happy with the way something went or something was said, you can always go back in post and you can change it so that there are not any issues. You can make a more polished version, upload to YouTube later. In fact, there might even be a way for me to change that graphic so it's not wrong the whole time. I wonder if I can, I might be able to do that. So there's always the option to do that. Yeah, indeed. So that's another one. And we kind of alluded to this earlier. I'm going to just give the last point. You can have full screen graphics. If you have a full screen graphic, it'll kind of take the emphasis away from you having to be on screen the whole time. It's just another way for you to kind of switch up what the viewers are seeing. They don't have to feel like you don't have to feel like you're the only thing that everybody's looking at and you're always on the spot. You can have a full screen image to go to. Another sort of thing for people to look at during your video. That's another way.
Here you go. Here's our studio.
This is our studio. This is what I see. This is like my perspective right now from when I'm watching this show. And there's what Dan sees. Exactly. So something like that. A great way of making your video more engaging for your audience. Also just less for you to manage, feel like you have to talk the whole time, like I've been doing. I've been doing a lot of talking today.
Shout outs to Rob in the comments I see saying, does CNN use Switcher because it looks so much the same? I don't know. I don't think they are, but
doubtful.
Thanks for that.
We should let them know.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. We'll take that as a compliment. Absolutely.
Yeah, I saw Ewan in the comments saying he's a single person. He's doing this video by himself.
Okay, yeah.
And he's apparently going to get his wife to help out, which is kind of cool.
There you go. See, it doesn't always have to be the solo thing. You can probably find a collaborator who can help you out.
I'll throw in one other thing. Like if you do have that person helping you out, feel free. Like you'll hear sometimes Jimmy, he's like, and Dan can maybe show this to you with the combine. It's just like give them directions while you're live. Just let it go. Let them know what's
Dan
happening.
can take it. I boss him around from the chair. It's like, Dan, put that on the screen.
So yeah, awesome stuff.
Yeah, indeed.
Cool. Any other tips you guys have up there?
That's the end of my list.
Anything you guys have in the comments?
Yeah, if anybody else
down there,
if anybody else
has a tip or you're doing your own solo,
let us know.
Let us know how you make it work. What works well, what doesn't, things that you can prepare for. But yeah, that's our switch it up. So let me get rid of that lower third. And remind you, I know someone asked earlier about like the Zoom and stuff like that. If you want all those answers, the enthusiast group is a great place to go to get those answers. a lot of times some of the Switch It Up information comes from that enthusiast group as well, where people are giving great examples of Switcher in use, are asking good questions and getting great feedback in there as well. So that's the Switcher Studio Enthusiast group on Facebook, and I'll let Angela tell you all about how to join. But before I do that, I'll also mention a webinar that we're going to do, not a webinar, a watch party webinar, can we call it that?
Hey,
Yeah,
we can
that
do what we
works.
want. It's going in our user group. We'll call it whatever we want.
It's a watch party where Jimmy put together a video of how to pretty much set up your first live video with Switcher. So
and
go
more.
ahead and watch that.
And then some. You can do your first one. You can do everything. We'll walk you through everything you need to know about using Switcher Studio.
So yeah, we'll be doing that at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do it every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're watching this on a playback afterwards, feel free to join that enthusiast group, which Angela can tell you about, and watch that with us.
Yeah, so this is our online community that's on Facebook. It's called Switcher Studio Enthusiasts. We've got over 4,000 members. It's a great place to get tips and tricks for using Switcher Studio, as well as examples of what can be done. And there are 3 ways to get started. The first, of course, is doing a search on Facebook for Switcher Studio Enthusiasts. The second way, if you're watching this on our Facebook page right now, go to the menu and select groups, and that's going to take you directly to the group. And the third way, if you already have a Switcher Studio account, go ahead and log in at switcherstudio.com, and from your dashboard, click on Join the Community. So any of those 3 ways will work. There's going to be a short survey to fill out, and it just lets us know more of how you're using Switcher Studio or how you plan to use Switcher Studio, just so we can help you guys out. And after that, you'll have full access to the group. So as Dan mentioned, we've got the weekly watch parties to help you get started with Switcher. If you have any questions and you ask them in the group, our entire team is in there, but we also have tons of members in there that are happy to help. A lot of those have actually chimed in today in the comments, so thank you guys for watching and for helping out. But we do like to see the videos you guys are producing with Switcher Studio as well, and that takes us to our last segment of the day.
Yeah, before we do that, I just want to address one question. Someone asked what tripods we're using. They're just Manfrotto. I don't know the exact. Be Free, yeah.
They're part of the Be Free series.
And then the cases on top are iOgrapher multi-cases, which kind of alludes to our next segment.
That's exactly what we're going to talk about next.
Made with Switcher. Tying last week's episode into this week's episode. All comes together. Hashtag Made with Switcher.
So anytime you guys are posting a Switcher Studio video on social media, be sure to use the hashtag MadeWithSwitcher. We do go through that tag. We do watch those videos to see what you guys are doing. And what we like to do on the show each week is to take one video that's a great example of a Switcher Studio production to share with you guys. And what's special about this week is this is the first video that we know of that's been streamed on Amazon with Switcher Studio. So our friend Dave Basilto with iOgrapher, we mentioned him last week on the show with the iOgrapher cases. He has actually done a stream on Facebook. So if you guys aren't sure what this is, not Facebook, on Amazon. If you guys aren't sure what this is, it's Amazon Live. It's allowing Amazon sellers to do live streams to help them market their products. And it allows that RTMP integration that we mention all the time. So Dave was able to do the RTMP integration, and he was able to use Switcher Studio to go live on Amazon. And you're seeing him right there on the screen. This is just a little snippet of the production he was able to do.
Yeah, I will.
That's awesome. I mean, this is a brand new sort of platform entirely. The Facebook has always given you the option, if you have a marketplace or if you have a shop on Facebook, you can tag products on your videos so that when you're live, the products are shown under the video. But with Amazon is just, their primary business is selling, it's selling things, it's retail, it's selling stuff. So this is just like a no-brainer for Amazon to kind of move into this space where they're going to try to make it easier for people selling things on Amazon to sell more stuff. You get immediate links to the products. Essentially, you get a person who's featuring what's going on with it. I got the chance to talk to Dave Basilto a few days before he did this live on Saturday. He put out a great YouTube video just sort of walking through the process that he went through to get this to go live. Maybe down the road we'll be able to integrate some more like features with Amazon Live. No immediate plans for that, but obviously it's something we're really interested in and seeing how we can make this an option for more people that have seller accounts and they're in the brand registry on Amazon. Really great use case for Switcher. You can put videos of your products up there. It's like Home Shopping Network, but it's online. Really great. So definitely thanks to Dave from iOgrapher for using Switcher for this. This is like pioneering new roads with using Switcher Studio for live streaming.
I'll go ahead and put the link of the actual video that he produced live. If you check out iOgrapher's YouTube channel or their their weekly updates, I think they do just like an email update. What's the word for that? There's a word for that, right?
For what? For the what update?
Like the weekly marketing emails?
Yeah, like a weekly, there's a word, right?
Newsletter.
Newsletter?
Sure.
Kate's rolling around somewhere, like banging her head on a wall, being like, come on, Dan, you should know these things. Yeah, so you can check out both those things there. Check out iOgrapher, they're great stuff. You can also see, if you want to get the same cases that we're using here, there's a link in that video that I just shared.
Yeah, and quick shout out to a couple people. John Stamper joined. He's doing a big event this weekend in Chicago with Switcher. That'd be great. Dan's got a cool channel, the Digital Trade Show, if anybody's interested in checking that out. John's done some great interviews. What's up, Mark, who's joined? Mike's Flame did a 3-camera live stream suite. Sarah Janes, and you get a coupon for Switcher in that multi-case. That's right. If you get a multi-case, you get a coupon for Switcher Studio. So if you're new to Switcher and you don't have Switcher yet, maybe go ahead and buy an iOgrapher case. You can get a coupon for, it's like 15% off, something like that. There's an amount off that you get with Switcher. So if you're going to get Switcher anyway, get an iOgrapher case, right? Mm-hmm. But check all that out.
Hey, before we sign off, though,
do
we have any other comments? Angela, do we have any IRL comments?
Do we have IRL? My mother is watching, and she says hi.
Yes.
Hi, Mom.
What's up?
Angela's mom likes to text her comments.
This is our favorite part right after the show's over. We always get, okay, now what did she say? Was it good or not? What did we do wrong? So, all right, anyhow. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Again, we do this show every week, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. At facebook.com/Switcher Studio. If you're watching on YouTube, hey, go ahead and subscribe. Why not, right? We're trying to get a bunch of subscribers. Who isn't? And we could use your subscription and hit the bell for notifications whenever we post a new video. Thanks so much, everybody. From all of us here at Switcher, we'll see you next week at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Later.